Well, Gianluca Di Marzio comes up with another update about Dusan Vlahovic. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Bruno Guimaraes. Well, there's the update about Ainsley Maitland-Niles. What is the story about the amount and of course certain criteria set by Arsenal to sign Felipe Coutinho. We're going to touch that as well. So without any further ado, boom, let's begin. So here's another story from Gianluca Di Marzio, but it's coming from oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Guillaume MP. Now they say that Arsenal are the team most interested in Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic, but the player's entourage is procrastinating and is aiming for more ambitious projects. His entourage is looking for ambitious projects from different parts of Europe. But Mas Marianella of Sky Sports say that my feeling is that Vlahovic has Mas as in Massimo Marianella. He says that my feeling is that Vlahovic has already an agreement with the team. He could remain in Italy, otherwise there is no way you can't not like the project of Arsenal. So I also believe something of that sort is definitely happening, and I think that's done. I think Vlahovic has already signed a deal. This is what Gianluca Di Marzio said some months back, that he is not even interested, and he's so calm, and I'm pretty much sure he's moving out in the summer. He's moving out in the summer. He's not at all interested. And he's in Serie A. And since Juventus have been the kings of free transfers, I think Vlahovic is definitely moving to Juventus. I am 100% sure about it. But I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter. I've seen a lot of comments on my posts as well on YouTube. If he doesn't want to come in, balls to that. Moving on, Jack Wilshere teamed up with Paddy Power so that they could promote him, or rather, advertise him. So he says that Jack Wilshere, well, he gave a report about himself so that he could make himself available for different teams. He says Jack Wilshere fit, ready, and available for offers, not Tottenham. He clarified that. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out on Paddy Power. It's hilarious. It's really hilarious. Let's talk about the one, the only, the man who wants to go to Rome. So David Ornstein clarified that Maitland-Niles' Roma medical is expected to be held in UK in the next 48 hours, as the 24-year-old still needs to visit the Italian embassy in London to obtain a work permit. Fabrizio said that Arsenal will receive a 500k euros loan fee plus 500k in bonuses from AS Roma, but there is no option to buy. Roma will also pay the player's full salary with paperwork to be signed tonight. Since that was the update, here's another huge update coming up from Angelo Mangiante of Sky Sports. He's a journalist. He says that the deal is done. Maitland-Niles from Arsenal to Roma. Arsenal will receive 500k euros loan fee plus 500k euros bonuses from AS Roma. No buy option. Tomorrow is the medical. So that was the bigger update. And even Charles Watts tweeted out that Maitland-Niles' Roma move could be finalized tomorrow. Straight loan until the end of the season. Interesting one this. Although he hasn't clocked up many minutes, you feel his presence in the squad must be replaced. You can't weaken yourselves at this stage of the season, surely. That's where my boy Bruno Guimaraes comes in. So we're going to talk about Bruno Guimaraes soon. But here's a huge update about EFL communications. Now EFL tweeted out that the EFL has this evening received a request from Liverpool to postpone Thursday's Carabao Cup semi-final leg versus Arsenal, which will now be considered in accordance with the competition rules as set out at the start of the season, alongside information submitted by the club. Because the training was cancelled, blah blah blah. But there is a remote opportunity, or there is a remote possibility that if EFL find that the fixtures are too congested for them, Arsenal could get the bye towards the final. That could happen. Also, they could even trim down 2 legs into one. But then the big question is, where will that take place? Fair. Is it fair or not? Let me know what you guys think about it. Moving on, Sami Mogbel also opened up about... alright, so we just spoke about that. So, let's talk more. Enough of Maitland-Niles. Hey, let's go to the one, the only Coutinho. Now, Felipe Coutinho, according to Albert Roga, he says that Arsenal have set conditions to sign Coutinho, a loan deal without an obligation to buy, Barcelona paying part of his salary or Coutinho lowering his salary. That is the only way Coutinho leaves. I mean, Albert Rogo says that Miguel Sanz informs in Sport that Arsenal is setting conditions to incorporate Coutinho. So, probably the only club that is remotely interested in him. Weird stuff, but that's true. Let's move on to Bruno Guimaraes finally. So, apparently, if Maitland-Niles is leaving with Sambi and Xhaka, there has to be a signing in the upcoming days. Before the Spurs game, I'm expecting a signing, and of course, one of the players, Fabrizio Romano, on his podcast, Here We Go, he said that I am told 45 million euros or nothing for Bruno Guimaraes. It will be a difficult deal in this window, according to Fabrizio Romano. So, 45 million euros for Bruno Guimaraes. Is that the right kind of price for him? Should Arsenal go for it or not? Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to bring him to the Emirates, of course. But 45 million euros, I just don't want us to make a panic buy or something like that. But hey, come on. Let me know what you guys think about the whole Bruno Guimaraes situation. Like, I'd really like to know what you guys think about it. Well, I believe it's a little bit overpriced, tad overpriced, but still. What are your thoughts on this? Let's see. Good player though. But here we go. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing. We have a very big, very interesting episode coming up tonight. I hope you guys will be definitely waiting for that. Cheers.